Hello YouTubers. Now, you know from my previous videos how I've always been banging on about brakes, obviously, and how important they are, how people forget how important they are. As you can see, we have a disc here, a solid disc, so it's not vented, it's just solid disc, and it's off a Peugeot 206. Now, this guy said he heard noises but carried on driving, so what can happen? You know, nothing can happen. Now, look at this disc. As you can see from this disc, it looks good from the outside, but if you see how thin it is compared to this disc, you see that through the camera? Basically, this disc is twice as thin as it should be. But, YouTubers, it gets better. Let's go to the other side. Now, this is how the disc should be, and look. The disc is actually broke. And I mean physically, as you can see, this part is broke. It's broke. Simple as. So look, it's very important, you know, to make sure, check your disc properly, because basically, my cameraman today, his name is Brian, and we're going to the track shortly, and we're going to put this baby back on the track, and we're going to put his car back on the track. Now, last time we went on the track, obviously Brian kept losing, and he was blaming his brakes. And his brakes were nowhere near as bad as that. So, so what do you have to say for yourself, Brian?
Well, you know, stop. I don't know what is it. I don't know what. Stop recording. Stop. Listen. It's going to be interesting. I guess. I'm looking forward to it now. The setup is a bit unusual for the day out, but
so do you think you're going to be able to beat my ABO Mark 1?
By the time I've finished all my tuning and whatnot, you know, I have the car left with a genius now, and surely to God that...
you know what they say though?
Huh?
You can't polish shit.
Oh, fuck out of here.
So YouTubers, right, this is Brian. We're going to be going to the track shortly, so there is a video coming up on a track day on his car and my car. But getting back to these brakes, seriously people, you know, this is dangerous. If that, I'll show you on this side. This guy was lucky this didn't come further. You can actually see there's just nothing here. This guy was lucky that this didn't come out further and lock his wheel and put him into the ditch. So seriously, just keep an eye on these. So as you can see, the disc in two parts as it came off. One part in his hand. So we've basically got two frisbees. So
my first impression of that is that you know, it's a very careless situation when it's left go this far, you know. So you'll obviously hear it for a couple of days. It's going to be grating, you know. So my advice is just, you know, try not to be saving too much. You know, there's people that come into a garage and they're trying to save money when the fact is it's just dangerous, damn right dangerous.
So preventive maintenance.
Preventative maintenance, you know. The customer that came in, he knew for at least a week. Well, he
admitted, didn't he? Yeah, he admitted a couple of weeks that their brakes are bad.
So you got to do something about it. Like, I mean, there's even little pieces of steel on current brake pads today designed to scrape against the disc when they get low. And if you ignore that and then you wait for it to go scraping the actual the back of the pad, scraping the actual disc, it's gone far too, it's overkill. It's
you're a tit, in other words.
pretty much, yeah. So
there you go, YouTubers.
Here's how. This is what to avoid. This is how you don't do.
Unless you don't like somebody and you want to pop them off.
Yeah.